Hey, what's up you guys, it's Caboose bringing you another Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League video, and today what we're going to be talking about is some details about the game that you may not know about. I'm going to go over a little bit of what's in the press release for the game, and we're also going to go over some of the details that Sefton Hill provided when he was interviewed about it after the reveal at DC Fandom. But before we get into everything, I wanted to ask you guys, of course, if at any point you enjoy this video, if you could consider leaving a like rating on it, it would show your support, and I would really appreciate it. So if you enjoy the video at any point, leaving a like rating would be awesome. And if you're new here, well, I'm going to be covering all things Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. News, trailers, updates, my reactions to everything, some topic videos, all that fun stuff. So even though the game is a full 2 years away, if you're looking forward to it, I got you covered. So if you'd like, you can subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell to be immediately notified when a video goes live. And with all that being said, well, let's jump into this. Okay, so firstly, let's go over a couple of housekeeping items in regards to some of the details about this game. First of all, it's coming out in 2022. You see that at the end of the trailer. It's obviously a little devastating because we're probably not going to get much news about the game this year or even for a majority of next year. But what I will say is kind of exciting about the game coming out in a full 2 years from now is that it's actually going to be a next-gen game. That's right, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is going to be available only on the PS5 and the Xbox Series X, as well as, of course, the PC. And just look at Batman Arkham Knight, because it's a very similar scenario here. Batman Arkham Knight was a truly next-gen game when it had come out. It didn't come out on the 360, on the PS3, and still it holds up to this day graphically and in gameplay. So I can only imagine what Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is going to be like, having been built from the ground up utilizing the next-gen hardware. And now jumping into the actual press release for the game, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is mentioned as a genre-bending action-adventure shooter. And this definitely goes along with some of the gameplay details that Sefton Hill was providing during that interview at DC Fandom. He was saying that there is going to be this shooter element to the game, and each character is going to have weapons where they're going to be shooting and taking down the enemies. And you can see a bit of that in the trailer as well. I think Captain Boomerang has something like a mini shotgun, it looks like. Clearly, Harley's got some weapon of her own. Obviously, Deadshot's got his whole arsenal. And then King Shark has this giant LMG. And well, based on those rumors that apparently it was going to be games as a service, it looks like nothing in the information that I'm going to be providing for you in this video leads me to believe that that will be the case. But at the same time, we are also 2 years away. So this game being a potential games as a service could be something we find out about later on, but hopefully not. We'll see. I don't know. I'm still going in with an open mind. This is Rocksteady. I trust them. And here's the official overview that comes from the actual press release of the game. It reads as follows. Featuring an original narrative set in the DC universe, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League takes place in a richly detailed open-world Metropolis. The story follows Suicide Squad members Harley Quinn, Deadshot, Captain Boomerang, and King Shark, who must take on an impossible mission to save Earth and kill the world's greatest DC superheroes, the Justice League. Restrained with lethal explosives implanted in their heads, all 4 DC supervillains have no choice but to band together and carry out this untenable assignment as part of Amanda Waller's infamous Task Force X. Fans can tailor their experience, whether playing on their own as a single player, switching between characters at will, or teaming up with friends on multiplayer co-op. I'm sure there are people out there that as soon as I mentioned online co-op, they checked out completely. However, let me talk about this a little further because Sefton Hill elaborates on this during that interview, and it actually sounds like this game could be more fun to play on your own. So you heard there in the press release, it says if you're playing on your own, you can switch between the characters at will. If you remember dual play from Arkham Knight, imagine that, but with 4 characters in an open world where you can play as all of them at any time of your choosing. And Sefton Hill kind of mentions this in the interview. He says, if you're running around, you're playing as Deadshot in the game and you want to switch over to Harley or you want to switch over to King Shark, you can do that at the snap of a finger, just like that. And I love that idea. And what I really hope is that there's maybe going to be scenarios where some Suicide Squad members are not going to be like in the immediate area. So you can utilize the SSDs from the next gen hardware and switch to a character who's maybe halfway across the map doing something else, GTA 5 style. So while again, I understand that people have concerns in regards to the fact that there is going to be online co-op in the game, it just sounds like the single player experience is more fun. And I just leave this with 2 questions. Number 1, is it going to be an always online game? I really hope this won't end up being the case. I know a lot of people can agree with me on that. And number 2, if I'm playing with not up to 4 players, like for instance, if just one of my friends joins the game and they're playing with me, can we both switch to the other 2 Suicide Squad members whenever we want? That would be really cool. Sefton Hill also mentions that there are going to be enhanced traversal moves, like for instance, Deadshot doing a fuel dump with his jetpack to set a bunch of enemies on fire. And I think another one that you can see is King Shark doing that crazy ground pound looking thing when he lands on that roof. And I'm telling you, although a lot of people disagree with me about this, Captain Boomerang looks like he's a speedster. He leaves a trail behind him when he's running around. It doesn't look like it's a teleport. So if it does end up being true and I am right in that he is a speedster, then 100,000% that's going to be my main. And now I wanted to show for you guys a quote that comes specifically from the press release, and this is from Sefton Hill. He says, "Our team is excited to officially announce Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League and provide a glimpse into our latest project. We're introducing an original take on the Suicide Squad that combines the rich, character-driven storytelling Rocksteady is known for with innovative gameplay features to create a unique gaming experience." And I know this quote kind of goes over stuff we've already talked about in the video, but I just wanted to mention it in specific with that quote that says that they're trying to combine that rich, character-driven storytelling with the innovative gameplay. Regardless of your opinions on the games, like if you don't like Arkham Knight, if you're not the biggest fan of Arkham Asylum or Arkham City, which I don't know how you couldn't be, but if that is your opinion, I think we can all agree that Rocksteady is always trying to push the envelope. So I'm not necessarily expecting the most deep storytelling similar to what they did with the Arkham games, but I'm sure they're going to do these characters justice, pun intended. And they're going to give us something that's fun and energized. And from what I can tell during the reveal trailer, the characters have plenty of chemistry with one another already, which is awesome. But the last thing that I wanted to go over in this video is in regards to the fact that yes, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is a continuation of the Arkhamverse. And from the way that Sefton Hill was sounding during the interview when he mentioned this, it is specifically taking place after the events of Batman Arkham Knight. Now we're gonna get into the concerns that I'm sure people have in a second, but first of all, let me just be the one to call it. We're gonna get a Scarecrow Batman boss fight in this game. Mark my words. And okay, yes, let's talk about it. What's going on with Deadshot? I don't really know what's happening there. People also have their concerns in regards to King Shark, specifically with the animated movie Batman Assault on Arkham. But I feel like, while that is, yes, an Arkhamverse thing, it's something that you can retcon a little easier because it's a bit of an extension of the Arkhamverse rather than being something that's specifically within the games. Whereas with Deadshot, well, we've seen what Rocksteady's interpretation of the character is already. We've seen what the character's supposed to be like in Arkham Origins and in Arkham City. Not that Arkham Origins is Rocksteady, but you know what I mean. And I'm not mad with how the character looks in Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. In fact, I almost prefer what they're doing with the character in Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. I'm just wondering if they're planning on potentially explaining this. Is he like an Earth 2 Floyd Lawton? What's going on here? Or is it literally just a retcon or just an oversight? I don't know. I'm willing to give Rocksteady the benefit of the doubt. If it ends up being that it's just a retcon, it won't upset me too much, but it will certainly be something like, well, why did you do that? I guess we'll have to wait and see. And with all that said, I'm now going to kick it to you guys. Let me know your thoughts on all this in the comments section below. What are you most excited about for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, and who are you gonna main in this game? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And of course, if you enjoyed today's video, if you could consider leaving a like rating on it, it would show your support and I would really appreciate it. I'm Caboose, and you can click on screen to make your way to one of the other videos on the channel, or you can click my logo to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Those links are going to be in the description. Drop a like if you enjoyed, leave a comment if you have an opinion, and subscribe if you're new. See you guys later.